Day 45 of 1,461 days of ignoring the Trump administration. I'm not a self-help guru, just trying to help myself. Well, I am actually shooting this on day 44 before the State of the Union address because I am curious to see on day 45 if the world is just a slightly bit altered and what this video would be like on the next day after that happens. A feeling that this speech tonight, which I will not be watching, will bring us further to the bottom. And as I have said before, I believe that going to the bottom is the only way that we are going to be able to build this country back up. Because, as you may know, this country was founded in G and founded in R. And I am not talking about Guns and Roses. I am talking about genocide. I'm talking about racism. And the fact of the matter is that until we as a people confront these things and atone for those original sins, well, it just will continue now, won't it? Now, I take a lot of satisfaction and solace in the fact that Kamala Harris came very close to winning the election, and I believe it represents the fact that the vast majority of this country does want diversity and equality and equity. And you might say, well, Josh, then if that's true, then why did she lose? Well, the fact of the matter is 1/3 of this country doesn't vote. And I refuse to believe, as a human being walking on this planet, that 1/3 of this country doesn't vote just because they do not believe in those values that we hold dear, the values that are not embodied by the Trump administration. And how do we know they're not embodied by the Trump administration? Because they're busy trying to strip those rights away, baby. So in order to get to where we want to go as a people, they're going to have to expose in the harsh light of day all of the horrible things that have represented the underbelly of this country for so many years. And I do believe this can happen, but not without a little bit of pain and suffering. You rip that Band-Aid off and that toupee goes flying, or whatever the hell that is going on his head, that cotton candy made of piss, according to Penn from Penn and Teller, so eloquently put. And he would know because he was on that Celebrity Apprentice and had his rightful win stripped from him just because, as we know, the leader of the Trump administration does not like it when you are not on his side. So anyway, back to ignoring the Trump administration. I just want to remind you that number one, you should be reclaiming your time and reclaiming your mind by not absorbing so much information that will just drive you crazy, and two, use that time, use that extra energy to help your fellow man and ignore the Trump administration.